What's up, wrestling fans? We're back again. I am Jason with the Horror King Gary. This is Discuss TNA Impact Wrestling. We are now discussing the #2 promotion in the United States. After quickly passing All Elite Wrestling in terms of buzz and fun and people talking about it other than fucking nerdy ass numbers. We're going to get to Gary in a second, but something with JD from New York popped up over the weekend, and I'm going to go crazy about that in a minute. Just want to lay that out there. Also, shout out to Steve Macklin. Give me a retweet for saying I posted something like, EY is creating a super soldier of Steve Macklin and nobody fucking cares. And I put like the super soldier gif or whatever. Okay, what's up, Gary?
Oh, not too much, Jay. Just battling a little bit of strep throat this week.
Ooh.
So bear with me if I sound like crap this week. Chalk it up to that, guys.
Been a rough week for a lot of people. Quickly, let me get to. Okay, wait, sorry, I can't. All right, this is okay. So there's really big news. I really wanted to do the JD thing first, but okay. Gary mentioned last week for some reason. He can explain in a second, but Gary pointed this out. He knew it before the world. Now Kazarian talked about today, talking internally to management. That is the focus. Getting distribution, blah, blah, blah. Getting on Sportsnet 360. That's the equivalent of ESPN in Canada, blah, blah. So if we could get that, we're in the era of streaming. So dare I say a Paramount Plus, something like that. Gary quickly pointed out, nobody would say Paramount Plus. You know what I mean? Like you would say like Netflix or
something
unless
bigger.
it is Paramount Plus, like Gary said. So take it away. And why did you think it was Paramount Plus?
Well, I remember. I think he shot me something over on Instant Messenger on Skype.
Oh, the movies.
Yeah, Novocaine. And I looked it up. I was curious about it. I was wondering what it was about, who directed it and whatnot. And then I happened to notice it's Paramount Pictures. But then you kind of threw me off it a little bit when you go, yeah, but who made Queen of the Ring? And I'm like, yeah, I guess this is a major indie, the Queen of the Ring one is.
Yeah, but like Novocaine's like a bigger.
Yeah,
real movie,
Novocaine definitely.
I mean, no offense, again, no offense to Queen of the Ring, but like it's an indie movie. I don't think whatever. I mean, Novocaine might be an indie movie, but it's a bigger one.
Yeah, and not to mention, I might want to add, it is #1 at the box office at a very weak box office, but it was #1 that week. So
wow, it beat Captain America. That amazing.
It dethroned it, I guess, if you will.
So awesome, great news there, and great coming from Kazarian, one of my favorite goddamn wrestlers, and okay, this is going to be about Sacrifice. We have a lot to say. There was over 3,000 people in attendance. We got like 18 gimmick matches. I had a smile on my face the whole goddamn time. But
that was a great price.
Yeah, so really quick, let me just lay out this JD thing because people love drama, and this is drama. So JD from New York, if you don't know, is a YouTuber who very strongly, well, whatever. He's been bashing Mercedes 1A for a long time. And if you don't believe me, how about I got BQ's words on this? Ready? This is BQ, who was very helpful because I didn't know. I listened to JD on my way to work. Dude destroys Mercedes every week. And then when she was announced for Hog, he spent the first 5 minutes of his next pod trying to backtrack on everything, implying he's actually a huge fan and just doesn't agree with how he's booked. Thank you, BQ. Thank you for that. So he ends up like he just bitched out after his after this whole thing. All he had to do was shut up. So he posted something like, last week's stream netted me $1,500 in ad revenue. This is him talking back at someone. Drop the job at Walgreens and pick up a microphone and do what I do. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Was he working at Walgreens? But then someone responded.
Well, it's also a bit insultive to anybody out there that works in retail as well.
Yes. Who's smart. So someone responds, heel confirmed at heel. That's all your revenue. Shitting on a show nobody is forcing you to watch. You watch it to make hate content. 1,000%. 1,000%. And doesn't take the fact you talk shit about her for a year and took off the commentary booth. JD writes back, clearly this is JD's word, retard that started watching 3 weeks ago. Gotcha, goodbye.
Oh.
I wrote in my original article, will he apologize for saying the word retard? Gary, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, that's such an awful word to use, especially with like
Oh yeah,
everyone
yeah.
so politically correct nowadays. And then like me, like someone like me has an issue with that because I do have an autistic child, and it is a form of like I looked it up. It is like it's considered like a form of retardation. Not of the
Oh
typical
yeah,
version,
yeah.
but it
No,
is.
I get it.
It
Yeah,
definitely is a condition that holds a child back from their fully learning ability. So,
yeah. Imagine what would you do if someone said that to your fucking kid?
yeah, I
Would
would.
they be would they be standing for long?
No, I'd probably go Undertaker.
Yeah, exactly.
Say some shit like that.
So like, I mean, I can't even. So like, instead of actually apologizing, he did the opposite. He did what I call the Sean Sapp move, playing victim like a little fucking bitch. After I mean, it's like he fucked up. He fucked up with Mercedes. You know what I mean? He should have just shut up, moved on from the match, and that was it. Instead, he goes on Twitter yesterday. This dude Corey Hayes, who's like just a regular nice Twitter dude, he quotes him because he's like, "Here we go again," shaking my head with the JD thing. So he wrote, "What's the problem, Corey? No news to leech off today? Mental health advocate in quotes." So he's like using the fact that Corey's a mental health advocate, but jumps at the fact to dump on someone and something to incite more hatred and vitriol that has absolutely nothing to do with him. Fucking fraud. JD from New York is calling someone a fraud for pointing out that he's a piece of shit, which he is. It's like it's all on this
Yeah,
page. He couldn't even apologize. This is the same dude who tore Sean Sapp a new asshole. 2 days later, he was like, "Yeah, we made up. I'm not going to talk about him anymore." Tore him a new asshole. You know how that happens? Money. That's the only way that happens. Money gets sent. So I was looking through some of his fans, and one of his fans, I am Khan X. I see why Vince hated the lot of you. Vince McMahon. He's got
yeah.
people comparing him to like Vince McMahon and thinking they're helping him. So
Oh,
looking around, I found out black wrestlers hate this dude. Female wrestlers, blacks and female wrestlers. He plays to fucking. I hate to go against like whatever, but he's basically playing to MAGA fans. And listen, I'm kind of on that side. I don't want to like bring. I don't want to like
yeah.
shit on that or anything, but like he's
Yeah.
basically playing to like racists and sexists and just the biggest assholes. But again, here's my question: what was he supposed to fucking do? What could have been another outcome? He stays on commentary and he's a fucking phony. You know what I mean? He talks nicely
Yeah.
about Mercedes during her match. Is that what his fans wanted? Him to be a fucking fake?
Yeah. That's a good point. I
Like,
mean,
what's the other option? I don't.
yeah, it's I don't know. I can't imagine being in that his like his kind of like the way he is in his career, like in terms of like if he does call for Hog, and
No,
then
totally.
and he's got to do all this journalism shit. Like
And if any TNA, I'm sure, I know TNA fans know. You know, Trent Zuberi from We Talk Impact or whatever it's called.
yeah,
He doesn't record anymore, right?
not the last I knew.
Yeah.
Last
You know
I had
why?
heard him
Because he works for
there.
AAW Pro. And there was a thing that happened with my
Okay.
fucking family. I brought AAW Pro into it, and I guarantee you they gave him an ultimatum. You can do your fucking little podcast, or you can do a real man's job. And that's why he's never been back, and that's why
They
you
might.
tools are stuck with J-Bone and Boring Gardner, who goes to every
Definitely a
goddamn
mess.
show. Sorry.
There's definitely something. No, it's just this. There's got to be something to it like that because like it
Oh,
was like
totally. Yeah.
bad.
I think it's gonna happen. Now it's gonna happen to JD, and that's gonna be a tough fucking choice for him. I think. I mean, if he gets like benefits, I mean, I don't know how that shit works, but like, you know what I mean? There's no fucking benefits on YouTube or anything. Maybe Hog has
Goes
them.
back. You better hope Mercedes don't show up back in the Hog Wrestling because
Oh yeah,
if
totally.
she
If I
does, he needs
she
that.
could just be a dick and keep booking herself there. All right,
Yeah,
so okay, so
probably got that
Bully
power.
Bully Ray has been on my radar recently after I forget why exactly. Oh yeah, Busted Open promoted fucking Scott and his show along with Fightful. Busted Open and Fightful. I couldn't find anyone else. Busted Open and Fightful. I just want everyone to understand that. Scott D'Amore. the show that nobody fucking watched. There's no Busted Open or Fightful
The
Review.
wrestling wasn't ever trending.
There's no, yeah, trending. Jesus Christ. What'd they go against? They went against fucking Sacrifice the first night. And then there was a second night, which I'm pretty sure no one remembered, was because who the fuck has a 2-night indie show? He thinks it's
Yeah.
WrestleMania. This
Well, I
fucking
mean,
freak.
Jay, did you see that clown of a card? I mean, it had all
Oh
the
my dude, people were
all the
laughing at it online.
jobbers TNA ever got rid of.
People were laughing at the card online. Okay, so quick thing before we get to Sacrifice. So yeah, Bully Ray now thinks Moose has done enough in TNA and he should go to WWE. Like, fuck you, dude. We get it. You're with WWE. You want to marry them. You want to fuck everything WWE. You work for them. We get it. You know, you want to help them.
Yeah.
Now you're fucking with TNA, dude. That's Moose. That's our guy. No. He didn't do everything yet. No.
No, he
Yeah.
won the thing.
Okay, yeah. Okay, maybe he's right at this point. I don't want Moose leaving, okay?
But I mean, he is on that list of for lifers with TNA. I mean, he's kind of proven time and time again that he's happy in TNA. So why not just respect?
Exactly. Does he want to be a tiny fish?
Yeah.
I don't think so, but whatever. That was just my chance to bully a
And
little.
if you would have told me back when he was with ROH that he would have went to TNA and he would have had a much more prominent career in TNA, I would have.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
I did the same
I
thing.
would have thought it could have been a flash in the pan coming to TNA.
Yeah, I had people sending me. I
Wow.
remember I looked up things and people sent me some things. And I'm like, oh man, this dude's like chubby. You know what I mean? Like, he's
Yeah.
not, like he's a
Yeah,
fun
at that
fucking
point,
wrestler. He kind of reminded me of a skinnier, taller Willie Mack.
Yeah, and then he was like very quiet too. He didn't talk a lot like
totally.
he does now.
Yeah. Did he ever do promos in Ring of Honor?
They were very generic, and he got a lot of shit from fans because he was an ex-football player too, back in the day.
Jesus Christ! Talk about fucking what they did with that guy. I mean, TNA, like, they don't get enough credit for anything ever. But I mean, goddamn, they turned Moose into a fucking superstar. Okay, TNA Sacrifice. I thought it was awesome, mostly because the gimmicks. Like, I've been asking about this for so goddamn long. I actually started complaining about. I started complaining about this from like an AEW fan, fucking whatever, and they said, "I think TNA is trying to do too much." Like, what is it? Because they had too many fucking gimmick matches on one show. Fuck you. That's every AEW show.
And this was the 16th event of the Sacrifice event in company history too. So
I guess before we get to the good stuff, I'll let Gary shit on the cage, which I know he's dying to do.
You want me to go for that right now or wait?
I didn't even. I swear, I was just. I think I was so excited that I didn't even think about it until you mentioned it, and then I went online and I posted something like, "Just so people know." I wrote online. I tweeted, "Just so people know, my co-host Gary did not like that cage, so he's probably gonna shit on it a lot." That's Gary, not me. And then it got a few likes.
Well, what I had a problem with it, Jay, is when I seen him bringing pieces of it through the crowd, and I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be a bad fucking cage. I just know it.
What is the deal? Why can't? First off, why did it take TNA to get so long to get a fucking cage, and then why did they get a piece of shit one? Like, what's so hard about a cage? What am I missing?
Well, I mean, why? I don't know. I mean, if it was a money problem, I don't understand why it wouldn't have been just better. It looked better for WWE too, because like if they could have threw in an idea for maybe not like a beautiful cage, but like everybody knows that cage should be above the ring and put in there with like links and drop down onto the ring. You know what I mean? Like, I could tell instantly.
Wait, the cage wasn't there before the cage wasn't there when the show started?
No, it was brought through the entrance ways.
I could have sworn it was. See, I'm watching too much goddamn wrestling lately. Okay, so
and the problem with it, Jay, is you could see like the spot welds and stuff like majorly, like the way the lighting was hitting it. It just, I don't know. And then when I looked up at the ridges along the edge, like at the top, they had like the links and they were kind of like pointed. And it should have been fixed.
Was there a step stool to get into the ring? Remember AEW had that recently?
I'm not sure because it was on the opposite side of the camera to enter the cage. I couldn't on that side too well.
Do you think it was noticeable during, like, do you think the cage, like, I don't know, in terms of like,
and then
the weapon being used as a weapon?
Well, this is the problem what I had it with the cage too. It was like the ring was too small. They needed a bigger cage because it felt like a lot of times during the main event or during that match that there wasn't much room for people to move around. It felt like the Colognes were kind of standing around a
Oh yeah,
lot.
yeah, they totally noticed that.
Yeah, and then there was one point when Brian Myers was kind of whipped into it, and it was like too far from the ring rope, and he kind of had to improvise. So kudos to Brian for
Yeah,
being a
totally.
consummate, like
And
a
I'm going to
veteran.
apologize for asking for cage matches. Forget that. You could
Well,
do
I mean,
ladder. You
my
could do
problem,
ladder.
Jay,
Whatever.
it took 6 years to conjure up this cage
That's
of
what I
all.
mean. Seriously, that makes it even worse.
And
You
what made me,
can't be
and
like, this is the first cage
there
match for
was
6 years, and it looks like a fucking cage that's around my fucking building. You know what I mean?
a major positive coming out of this cage match though. What goes to Leon Slater for scaling the
Yeah.
cage and doing some like
Oh,
crazy
totally. Oh my
flip
god.
thing,
Jesus Christ.
like that kind of
You get a
saved
what do you
the
do? A
cage.
fucking Swanton 450, which like I swear to God, in my brain I still can't figure
Yeah,
out the how he can do that.
yeah.
Oh, my,
I don't even think our old buddy Speedball was able to do anything like that.
oh no, no way. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this guy's
You know
fucking
what
already
I
better
mean?
than
Like, so
Speedball.
really, we got a bigger
Oh,
diamond.
sorry. Just gotta quickly mention this. Speedball is referred to as they them on Dynamite. Now, this is gonna be really funny. I hope I remember this because who was gonna be the first to fuck up? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, there is no fucking way Taz and whoever else and fucking Shiva. It's I mean, I don't even know if I don't know what JR does anymore, but I mean, it'll definitely be JR, possibly on purpose, because like JR gives no fucks anymore in his life. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
I'm not doing this they them shit, or like
yeah.
whatever. Like he's a man. I can seriously see JR just flipping the fuck out. Like I've had enough with this company. Now you want me to call a fucking man a they? Like, but whatever. If that's your thing, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Really thought the president said that shit wasn't allowed anymore, but you know what I mean? Didn't he actually say that? Like we're not doing the fucking pronouns.
Yeah, I think I did see that stated somewhere, like in a quote or something. I don't know if it was on Twitter or
I
Facebook.
swear to God. I mean, listen. I have gay friends. I have gay people in my family. Um, I get so mad about the other thing because I have, like, similar to Gary,
Yeah,
autistic,
I have
and
an uncle
I
that.
have autistic and worse friends. I have gay family members. I have everything of everything. Like I'm not
Yeah,
prejudging anyone, but I hated those fucking like. I would never call someone in my family it or they or them. Like that's
no.
so fucked up. And like, I'm sorry, you're assholes. Whoever thought of that?
Well, I
I
mean,
want I want to be called a fucking unicorn. Go fuck your
we're
mother.
taught we're taught in school like with those pronouns and stuff like they is like meaning more
Oh,
than
that
one.
too. That's a good. Yeah, that's a
You
good
know
idea.
what I mean? You're not more than one person.
Totally.
You're
Yeah.
going to be one person the rest of your life.
Yeah. Literally trying to change what fucking words mean. Like,
Yeah.
exactly. I didn't even think about that part. Totally. These kids are in school learning what the fuck they. I mean, pronouns are really confusing to begin with.
Yeah.
How many people
Yeah.
online don't know when to use their with the e and their with you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably guilty of that one with myself, Jay.
Okay, let's get back to Sacrifice before we start pissing more people off. So, I wrote TNA just finished airing. My quick thoughts were, it was awesome. Nick Nemeth finally turned heel or came out as a heel. I've
Yep.
been talking on a podcast for months saying he has to be a heel. Nothing else made sense to me. You know what I mean? His entire thing with JBL, it wouldn't have made sense. I think he's been a heel this entire time. Why would he be cool with his brother taking his title shot?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that's
one
what I
part I'm still
thought.
not sure about, though. Or
And
was
then
that a
he
real
kind
title
of
shot?
downplayed. I don't know if you caught it on the Go Home show. He kind of downplayed it too. And he's like, "Oh, my idiot brother took my shot," and he just kind of like
Oh, he did say
laughed
that.
it off.
Oh, he did
He
say
kind
that.
of laughed it off. But I'm
Okay.
like, "What? Who's gonna laugh that off?" You
Yeah,
know,
no, yeah.
the heel. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be
Yeah,
pissed as all hell. Like, I'd
yeah.
probably get my brother a fight at about. I said, "What the hell's your problem?" You know what I mean?
And I'm trying to think why he got suspended, but I'm guessing it had something to do with him wanting his title back.
Oh, you mean Nemeth?
Yeah.
Didn't he super kick Santino in the face, and they said there was like
That's
a
right. Yeah.
bit
Not
of
on
a
purpose, though, right? I think somebody moved out of the. Somebody moved out of the way.
Yeah, and then he was a bit of a loose cannon too. He was kind of throwing people around and confronting everybody, and
Okay, so I have another thing that I like. Oh, the Aztec Warriors. This put
yeah,
me in like such a good mood. You know what I mean?
yeah, it did me too. Give me
Like
that.
just seeing them to start the show. I was like, oh yes.
Well, first I was like, is that Pentagon? Because the dude, Octagon Jr. looks an awful lot like Pentagon with that.
No, I swear, I cannot find out who this is.
Yeah,
It's like an amazing mystery.
yeah.
Now, there's a guy named Golden Magic on.
They did mention that he is part of AAA, so this is a AAA
Oh, forget
tag
it.
team.
No, forget it. Okay, sorry, that person was wrong. It's Golden Magic.
Okay.
I was right. It's Golden Magic. He is on Instagram, Golden Magic Luchador, 46,000 followers, Octagon Junior AAA. And
Okay.
oh, cool. Wow, he just posted a picture a day ago, Aztec Warriors. Bunch of Spanish words, and it's probably their match from the show that's online, but all
Based
decked
on
out. Him and Laredo decked out in TNA gear. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say based on what I'm seeing with the name drop and everything, and I don't know, and then they got more business to finish with First Class. I think they're gonna be around for at least
I hope so, yeah.
better part of the rest of the year, I would think.
And look, holy shit, it's a AAA guy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and then we gain a tag team just out of one pre-show. I might add this time around, Jay.
one pre-show match, which
Yeah,
Gary has been begging for so long.
and I think it made a hell of a lot of difference too, Jay. Just
I thought
coming
so
in,
too. Yeah.
opening the show right up with action, heading
Yeah.
into
Made this match feel better. I mean, feel bigger.
maybe this
And
is what they do going forward. Let's hope.
yeah, that you don't need a fucking second match in there. I mean, I would have put this, maybe talk a little first, then do this match. But I mean,
Yeah,
whatever. I just loved it. I mean, I didn't
yeah.
know who this guy was. I
I-
had no idea who this guy was. But I mean, we know Laredo Kid is fucking awesome.
And it was a very quick 6 minute, 45-minute match. So it was a pretty well paced match for what it was.
Yeah, Sam was watching some highlights, and this dude looks so happy. He's taking pictures with Jeff Hardy and stuff, and yeah, really nice corkscrew there by him, spinning. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I'm just so goddamn happy with this. They lost,
Yeah.
but that's gonna
They
happen.
look good defeat because they were
Yeah.
later. They come down to the ring during that segue with AJ where they're setting up the cage. So they're going to have
Oh,
more to say about that with
how's
First.
this for something interesting? He is in a tag match, March 18th, right? He's on one side, Laredo Kid's on the other side. I don't know who
Oh,
Laredo Kid's partner is, but his partner is Hijo del Vikingo. So
oh,
We're close enough to get that dude back. Possibly the best fucking wrestler in the world. That's how good
oh,
that
yeah.
fucking. That's how he's like. I've never seen anything like
I think
this guy.
the last time we seen Vikingo, I think he got injured in a TNA ring, I
Yeah.
believe.
Anybody just go on Instagram. Go on Instagram if you're a wrestling fan, and if you see the most flippiest thing ever, that's Vikingo.
Yeah.
Okay, so that match was great start. Loved it. First Class got a win, which again I love when you know what I mean. Like you got to give
Yeah.
teamwork that wins. Okay, then what? We started off with this is cool. They said we're gonna start with Tessa and Lee, but then it turns out Sammy and Warner are still fighting, probably since
Oh yeah,
Impact.
that's I think that's what we were referring to. Like that opened up from it led from the pre-show right into the
Yeah,
first
yeah. Oh,
match.
oh my God, totally. Okay, I forgot that part. Yeah.
Yeah,
So instead of fucking just people
wasting time with
talking, yeah, instead of people
think.
talking right before the show starts, they
Yeah,
had awesome action, and then it was like, okay, we're out of here. If you want to keep watching, buy the fucking show. And I was like, wow,
yeah,
fucking nailed it. Like that's how you do a fucking pre-show. And again,
yeah.
we talk about pre-shows probably more than anyone. And like I said something last week, like the point of the pre-show is to get people to buy the fucking show. And that was the first time I think I've seen maybe any pre-show in the last, I can't remember how long, made me want to buy the show.
Well, and I thought they did so good too, just for the fact having Octagon Junior last minute like they did, and like coming away with the match that they pulled off. So
Totally, yeah. I don't know if he was like, wait, no, he was announced before. He was announced before the show, right?
I think it was like barely announced, maybe like
But yeah, I think
yeah.
that was, I think it was a
day
social media
before.
announcement.
Like it was
Yeah.
pretty, pretty last minute. Maybe.
Yeah. So Tessa comes out. I didn't even realize this. I think TNA is like, what's the word? Trolling people with her now.
Oh,
Like,
I do too.
everyone was so mad about her hair. She had like dreadlocks or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like
I
a
do.
lot, I saw a lot of like racism. Like, the racist is now using on dreadlocks. You know what I mean? Like a black person talking.
Oh, yeah.
But
Then
like,
if you
yeah,
notice too.
I think they're totally leaning into it, and she's gonna become like a hero. You know what I mean? To like, they're using it like like politics, like the country. She's fucking half the country's gonna love her, and half is gonna hate her.
Yeah, and then she was wearing like Latino gear, whatever. Like I don't- like the colors of the
Here's another thing,
Mexican
though.
flag
Like, I thought she was Spanish.
or
She's not.
something like that.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm sorry. Maybe her mother is. I don't know. Maybe her mother is. But
Maybe.
I mean, like she looks. You know what I mean? Like she talks such good.
Yeah, she
I guess I'm
definitely
living there
has
for so long.
dark hair, dark
I guess
brown
I'm living there
eyes.
for
She
so long. Like
definitely,
she speaks amazing Spanish.
yeah,
And
she
okay, this
does.
is Crystal Poppin introduced her. I wrote it. God damn it! I have a crazy person outside, and I feel like that might make for a better podcast right now. But so Chris, this girl did really good. You know what I mean? I just like she came in, she came out, like it was like it's I don't know. I feel like she really just got it. Like you know what I mean? Like she came in, came out, like
Yeah.
she got the hell out of there. It was a good song. Tessa fucking looking hot as fuck, dancing to the song and shit.
Yep.
I thought this match was a little longer than I expected at 11 minutes and 15 seconds, but
Yeah, I
good
was
to see
very
more from
surprised.
Lee Ling. I'll never get that name right.
Lei Ying Lee.
Yeah, I give up. You win.
Well, I was commenting too because, like, I didn't think she'd be able to go toe to toe with such a hard hitting Tessa Blanchard, but coming
Yeah.
out of this, like, I'm sold on Lei Ying Lee. I mean, I can see her someday possibly being a Knockouts champion.
My problem is every time I watch Tessa, I'm just like more. Holy shit, she's
Yeah,
amazing. Like she's just
yeah,
so good. It is
yeah,
unbelievable.
definitely.
The way she hits people, like just the easiest thing, striking, kicking. Like I don't know
Oh,
why
definitely.
everyone doesn't
Yeah.
just copy off of her. Like she's so good. She looks so real. I guess that's probably the best thing you could say about a wrestler. Similar to Stone
Oh,
Cold. You know what I mean? Like
oh
the
yeah,
attitude, everything. Like when Stone Cold came to the ring, you really
yeah.
thought he was going to beat the fuck out of someone. That's
Well,
how
and I
Tessa
kind of
comes off.
feel,
She really wants to beat you up.
well, and I kind of get that vibe. Just her exchanges with Cora. I can't think of her last Jade.
Yeah.
I just get this feeling like she kind of looks up to her like a ring general, kind of like
Oh yeah, totally.
somebody you're gonna go to get advice, that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Did you
And
see the Did you see the tweet from Cora?
I think I did. Was that where she like? I can't remember what it said, but I do remember
Yeah.
something that she had stated. What
Okay, here you
was
go.
that?
I just pulled it up. Fun fact. Wait, hang on. Sorry, it's loading. Fun fact. TNA was the first wrestling show I ever went to when I first started wrestling, when I first started watching, and I took a pic with Madison Rayne. 15 years later, I
Oh,
wrestled
okay,
for
I
the
did see
title,
that.
sitting right
Yeah.
behind me. Life is cool. And I mean, this girl's like possibly like literally the hottest wrestler in like I'm I'm
Yeah,
part
I
of
just
groups.
couldn't.
I'm part of groups, and I'll
I was
tell you,
like,
if you post a picture of this girl, it's gonna get all the likes. That's all I'm gonna say.
all I had to say was like, man, that must have made her a lot more younger than I realized she was because it's not exactly Madison Rain's exactly old. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean
totally. Yeah,
older to
yeah.
a lot of probably
Yeah, it makes
younger
me. Yeah, it
girls.
makes us feel really old. How about that friggin'
Yeah.
Canadian Destroyer by her
Oh yeah, that was sick. I couldn't
on the
believe that.
apron? She fucking nailed that.
Part of the ring too. I mean, I was surprised that she didn't come out of like some kind of neck contusion or.
I'll tell you, she hit that so perfectly. Like, and if
Yeah.
you could even see Masha. Like, she
Well, I
protected
wasn't even sure
Masha.
she was capable of that, Jay. I didn't really
Oh, not me
realize
either.
that wasn't in our arsenal.
Not me either. I didn't either.
That was kind of surprising.
Oh my god, what a creepy fucking comment. Holy shit. Someone commented, "You looked like a nice kid at that time." What the fuck, people? Holy shit! That's what
Who?
you get out of this? Someone commented on her picture when she's a
Oh, you look like
little
a nice.
girl with Madison, saying you look like a nice kid. Oh God. Oh, I just can't.
Yeah, now you look like. In other words, now
Who
you look
fucking
like a
thinks
ragtag
that?
bit.
Whose mind goes there? Just look.
Yeah.
Just stare at the little fuck. Oh. Okay, I gotta move on. Twitter's just the fucking most evil, disgusting place in the world. So next up was the Rascals, and Ace Austin beat um, Wesley and
Wesley,
his Giants.
Ty- yeah, Tyson,
Wesley
Ty-
and his fucking.
Tyson DuPont, and Tyreek Igwe.
They remind me of Rocksteady and Shred. No, that's the name. Shredder. Is that the name?
Oh, okay, yeah, the
Or Bebop? Was it Bebop? No, is
yeah,
it
they
Rock?
do, don't they? Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
get
Like
that
if they
vibe
were,
too.
like they just so they look like not real humans. They're so fucking big.
Yeah, they definitely look like they're just like arsenal destroyers. You just bring,
So,
you
and
know,
just for something we kind of forgot about, I think. When we went into this, it was always like, all right, listen, we're going to work with WWE. They're going to win all the matches. Like, that's what we all thought going into this. And we were pretty much cool with that. Look at this one. Rascals win. No cheating, no bullshit. Rascals beat an NXT team clean with Ace Austin.
yeah,
Like,
I was happy to
that's just
see
one of many. Masha
Ace
beat a
actually get
fucking
a
top
win.
NXT girl clean.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Match is about 10 minutes in length. Not too bad. Not
yeah,
could be
apologies. I don't have
could have
more
been a little
information.
longer, but
Apologies to listeners. I don't have more information. That is 100% on Christian Thompson, who I don't know. Maybe they watched the show late. I did it again. Maybe he watched the show late.
it could
What's
have
up,
been
Christian?
it could have also been a condition too, like where his streaming service was down. I know there was a lot of wild weather
To
and
be fair,
stuff.
Christian lives in Australia, and I believe
Yeah,
Sacrifice might not have aired in Australia yet, if I'm
yeah.
correct about times. No, I don't
Well,
understand time. No, I don't. It definitely is there. I just don't understand time
maybe
zones, and I never will. So,
listen to the podcast tonight, then he can critique our critique of the show.
uh, yeah. Sorry, trying to. Okay, Rascals with okay. Eric Young makes his way to the commentary table. He said he has Steve Macklin's back. Macklin versus Kazarian. Now, I'll be honest, I missed the end of this.
Oh,
Macklin won
yeah.
with brass. Oh, okay. EY slipped in brass knuckles.
Well, the thing is, it was established that EY came down on commentary, and I might add he was very good on commentary.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then it got to the towards the end of the match, and a pair of brass knuckles came into play by
Holy
Frankie.
shit, that's what Rob was talking about. Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and somehow they had gotten. I don't know if Macklin had knocked them off Frankie's hand somehow, and they ended up into the hands of Eric Young. And I could tell when Eric Young, the minute he grabbed him and his eye turned, like he went from normal acting to psycho EY. I was like, he's gonna clock him with that. I know he is.
Wait, but who did he hit, though?
I believe he hit Kazarian.
Oh,
So,
okay. So I'm getting mixed up about it. I think, all
and
right.
then Macklin hit him with the what is it?
KIA?
Yeah, something like that. You hit him with one of his many finishers. I can't
It's a
remember.
little confusing. I do like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always kind of been like, I don't know, like
Again,
if Shawn Michaels is in the
another
corner, you know what I mean? Kicking is playing up the whatever. What was it called? Playing up the, you know what I mean? Before the sweet chin music.
pretty
Like that
well
always
balanced.
pissed me off. Like, get the fuck out of the way.
Pretty
I love
well
finishers that
balanced.
you can just do whenever, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like about a 9 minute match. So again, another pretty
836, according to
yeah,
411 Mania.
yeah.
I don't like seeing Kazarian lose, but like we said recently, he's got a bunch of stupid wins. So like his record is fine.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he did kind of set him up for mouthing off to Macklin there
Oh yeah,
backstage,
totally.
with
Yeah.
like saying you haven't got any, you got no friends, and now you're
He's such a
bitching at
dick.
that guy. So,
He's such an amazing dick. It's so funny.
because I'm the one with the cup and all this stuff, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you want a match at Sacrifice for running your mouth?" That kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. And then we finally got something I think a lot of us have wanted. Ash and Heather win the titles. About goddamn time.
Yeah, I was very happy about this, but it felt like too little, too late for me in
I
a
kind
way.
of agree. Yeah.
And then, they did like I commented to you, they did a reverse Mr. Fuji. I don't know if you remember back in the day when Demolition had Mr. Fuji under their tutelage,
I
and he
remember that, but so
back
he
on
wrestled.
joined Legion of Doom, remember? And then he got involved in a 3-against-2 man match.
Okay, no,
And
I didn't. I
yeah,
remember the rest of it. I don't remember that match though.
he ended up being the reason why they lost, and I liked how TNA kind of reversed the role this time around and
Yeah.
had
See, I totally did the same thing. I thought Concierge loses and they break up because you know what I mean.
yeah, that's what I thought, and I thought this was pretty cool. But the only thing is like I felt like they should have gotten the titles like the time
Yeah.
before that.
2 weeks ago or a month ago. Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah,
And still they protected Spitfire, who
yeah.
I don't know any Spitfire fans. I'm sorry.
No, I don't either.
They're a solid tag team, but in terms of characters, I don't even know who they are.
I think you break up Danny Luna and put her on her own, and I
Oh,
think
totally. Yeah.
you have a big fan base because of her power,
Yeah.
and she does have a lot more notoriety in terms of like the wrestling scene
And
because
she has a better look.
wasn't
I
she in
mean,
NXT as well?
I think she might have been. She has a better look, though, also. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
simply. Sorry, I got to remind everyone WrestleVoice.com. Also, we have a new podcast, myself and Richard Robles, our double, the one who does the predictions. Robles, the one who's in our comments, our best commenter and everything. So check that
Yeah.
out. I'll link it somewhere. Mustafa and Santana and sorry, Jakara and Lash Legend came out saying, or like one, basically saying, we're coming after the tag titles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we might want to.
So that,
They did that. They did a pretty brief, but I had no idea who either of them were.
yeah,
So I was kind of like, eh. I
yeah,
mean, it
they're
is,
kind of bottom of the barrel.
but
But I mean, they are a tag team.
yeah, yeah. I
And
didn't really know what to
kind
do
of a
with
spoiler
that.
here. Kind of a spoiler here. They're not the only NXT tag team coming.
Okay.
So
Oh, is that okay? I ain't gonna
I don't
say.
know if the Knockouts tag is ever going to be fixed, but as long as they have NXT, it's fixed. So
Yeah,
we can shut about that for now.
yeah. I think we can put
Mustafa
that like
and
on the back show for
yeah,
now.
totally. I mean, yeah, again, it's not going to work when NXT leaves or it's over. There's not enough
No,
people. I didn't even realize this. NXT doesn't have women's tag titles.
but too, we seem to
I'm
forget
telling you
too.
that.
This is supposed to be a multi-year deal. I mean, not that WWE couldn't pull out of it if they wanted to. I mean, it's their ball, but
Yeah, the whole thing is really weird. It looks like we're getting a lot more with NXT women, but I mean, again, I don't
yeah.
want to spoil anything. But
Maybe I
the
got because they.
Hardys said the Hardys. Jeff Hardy, I think, literally said, "We're done with NXT. The next time you'll see us is in WWE, like in terms of like on WWE. Like
Yeah,
you're not going to see us on NXT. You'll see us on the main show."
yeah. They had said sometime by the end of the year they planned on doing some
Yeah,
work
Matt
with
said
them.
that. Yeah, Matt said that
Yeah,
earlier this year. I think everybody missed it.
yeah. I think they did too. But I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, we can reflect on it and see how attendance will be after the Hardys leave, and that will be very telling. I think
Oh, totally. Yeah, I'm really
why
that's a,
we're doing so
totally
well.
totally afraid of that. Yeah. Mustafa Ali got the win with the great hands distracting. Uses the ropes. He does like the total heel pin. I love that.
Oh, along with Tasha Steeles too. So
Yeah.
all the members from whatever they're
Yeah, they
called.
all got involved, which I love. Don't just stand and doing
Yeah,
nothing. If
yeah.
you are, get the. Oh, and how about the ending? Ali grabbed the beer from a fan and put it at the fucking next to Santana in the ring.
Oh, okay. Yeah, after he got the
Ugh,
win.
yeah,
Yeah.
like here, go back to fucking drinking. It's so
Oh my
evil.
God, this was such a grueling match though, because I felt like
Oh,
anyone
awesome match! Holy
both
shit!
both both talents could have won, and often it felt like maybe there could have been a 3 count. The referee just was a little
How
slow
about
with them.
how about another fucking amazing Mustafa Ali match? Like he might.
Oh yeah,
If you're talking about the matches of, I don't know. I might actually go back and look through this. He might be the best fucking TNA wrestler they've had in, I don't know, a really long time. And I don't even know who to compare him to. Every fucking match he has is the match of the show, the match of the fucking year, the match of the month. This
yeah.
was the match. This was the match of night for me. Like ever. Remember we talked about this when he left. Like we were pissed because like he was so fucking good, and now he's
Well,
even. It seems like he got better in his
the
time off.
thing is, Jay, I could not get over how well he was in there hanging so good with Santana because of the size difference. He
Oh,
probably gets
yeah,
up like 40 pounds
totally.
difference. You know
Yeah,
what I
totally.
mean?
He's like he has like a style where it's like I don't know how to explain it. I can see him with anyone. Like he doesn't have that like he's too small thing. Like he broke that somehow. Like I don't even know what to say. He's
This is how
I
well
can't
I
say enough about this guy.
Mustafa can hold his own. I would put him against some of the best. I would put him against Kenny Omega. I'd put him
Seriously, I would
against.
love my yeah. I would like to
I
see that
put him
match. Yeah,
against that one dude from the
Osprey.
UK. Yeah, Osprey. I
Yeah,
think
I
he's
mean,
on the
goddamn,
level.
he's just so. Oh, he again. We said this last time. Like he might be the best wrestler on TNA. Like he's back for like a month. He's
Yeah,
that fucking good. Holy shit!
yeah, he
But
didn't
also
lose.
Santana, hell of a match.
Yeah, great match. Probably the match of the show for me.
Yeah, and it'll. I mean, I think it helps that they had a great fucking feud. And I
Yep.
kept saying, I was watching with Robles, and I'm like, come on, man, give me a DQ, give me a DQ. Like it doesn't. Not every match needs a. But this was good because it's a cheap win, and it's definitely gonna keep going. You know, he put the fucking beer there. Like this isn't over. And then Masha Kora, which 9 minutes and 25 seconds. Again, this was really good.
Yeah,
Because again, I
yeah,
didn't think Cora
lot
was
better than I
like you
thought.
said. I didn't think Cora was that good. I mean, not. I knew she was good. I
No,
don't think she was that good.
but there was one point during this match I noticed it right off when Masha did a slap to Cora's chest. It looked like it might have knocked the wind out of Cora at one
Yes.
point. She kind of slowed down. I felt like Masha kind of held back a little bit because I think at one
Yeah.
point it looked like she was
Masha might
getting
need to
kind of
chill.
sandbaggy with the way she wrestled. Maybe like there were some issues
I'll
between
say I
them
think it's just
two.
could be, but I think it's just like her. Because Masha one night she's wrestling a freaking death match at GCW. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And like Cora's
yeah,
like she's
yeah.
modeling. She's probably modeling the next night. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
So
what I
like,
mean. Like, man, she's gonna end up killing Cora, and there she's gonna
well, how
chop.
about Jordan Grace? She's had
Yeah.
2 matches in NXT. Both sucked. She almost injured. No, she did injure someone in the first match, and then she had a bad match with Roxanne. Something that no one does.
Oh
Like
wow.
she's kind of like Masha, where it's like
I don't
not
know what it
not like
is, Jay,
she's
but
out of place there. Like she's too big. She's too strong. She hurt someone. Literally her first fucking match.
it seems like every woman knockout.
I'm sorry. She hurt Cora Jade. Cora almost. She could have missed this match because of
Oh,
Jordan
I did
Grace.
hear she was suffering an injury. That was because of
It
Jordan,
happened
right?
because of Jordan Grace. It's
Oh
like
damn.
that's like Scott D'Amore injuring fucking Moose before the match or something. In terms of irony for me.
Well, the thing is, Jay, like it seems like every time those prominent knockouts will leave and go somewhere else, they always think the grass is greener, and then they always get this like curse put on them or something. Like they either aren't over where they go, or they get booked like they're shit. You know, it's
Yep.
just I don't know, just really weird. Being a prominent knockout and going elsewhere, it seems like nobody really has that vision that TNA does for them.
Totally agree. What was next? Well, Masha wins, and I think we're going. I mean, I think they're just going to quickly give us Tasha. Sorry, Masha.
Well, you might want to
Um,
mention that was for the Knockouts World Championship as well.
yeah, that's one thing. A little confusing about this. That they're like 1 minute it's the NXT title on the line, then it's the
Yeah.
TNA. And my big
Well,
problem
I
is
thought they might actually pull the trigger because they kept
totally agree. Yeah,
going near the well one time too many with the. Oh well, this could be the first time a NXT
yeah,
lady could win a Knockouts
yeah.
TNA championship, and I was like, well, maybe they're gonna. I was like, well, maybe we'll have to wait and see, and then. I guess it was more like dangling the carrot with us some more, so maybe it'll be down the line.
Yep. No, I thought the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. Next up was well. Here's the thing: you have to have a title change, or else I said it's
Yeah.
practice. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
that's a good
wrestling
point.
practice.
That's what you meant. Okay, and I kind of had an idea what you meant, but yeah, I see what you're
Like it's
saying.
like a big exhibition show. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's like a big scrimmage, like
yeah.
the top two
Which again, it's not terrible.
dream
I'm
teams
enjoying
or
it, but
whatever.
like you had. I don't know. I just think like if they want to make it real or like seem real, more real,
Yeah,
whatever the word is, like you have. That's what you have to do it. Okay, what else? What was next? Oh, Jesus, X Division ladder match.
this was probably one of my second favorite matches of the
Yeah,
night.
I just caught myself. I don't know if I can. But yeah, no, the Hollywood. Yeah, that was the only match of the night. Moose wins 16 minutes 36 seconds. This was a fucking blast. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, and
Good God.
I might add too. I like to give Alicia Edwards out there tonight a big thank you for ring awareness. When the ladders were being used, that one cameraman, after he'd gotten that camera knocked off his shoulder by when Moose was messing with the ladder,
Yeah.
hadn't Alicia been ringside, at one point she focused him to a different side of the ring.
Yeah,
I honestly think if Alicia wouldn't have been there that night, I honestly think that cameraman would have probably like gotten squashed by a ladder because he
Alicia's
just
so
not
goddamn good.
have any idea where to go. Maybe
Say it all the
kind
time. Alicia's so goddamn good.
yeah. I didn't know if anybody caught that tonight out there, but
How about her taking the twist of fate?
oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
she
I mean,
took it so. She took it so good too. Like
yeah,
she's
she
so. I
did.
swear to God, she's so goddamn underrated.
Oh yeah, definitely. We
So
were
yeah.
very.
So wait, hang on. So Jeff, right? So Jeff's about to win, and she comes out with this Kendra, this kendo stick.
Oh okay, yeah.
So she hits Jeff a few times. Jeff comes down from the ladder, gives it a twist of fate, turns around, Moose fucking spears the shit out of him, and wins the match. Like I thought it was a great ending. Great ending.
I honestly thought it would go this way because we had mentioned prior Jeff Hardy kept getting these tag team matches where he kept pinning Moose and stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that might be the route they would
I
go.
really thought this would have been like a. I thought it'd be like a more long term, like say Moose becomes champ at the end of the year, and then they have a big title match. But nope.
Yeah.
This was great. Loved everything about it. Santino backstage getting yelled at by Mike
Big
Santana.
win by
Which,
Moose.
this
Too.
I loved. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, seriously, beating Jeff Hardy. That's like a putting
Yeah.
your fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Angle beating Hogan. You know what I mean? It's huge.
Santino said Mustafa is a sneaky son of a gun, and there will be a rematch. The Great Hands and Tasha will be banned from ringside. I'm not sure if that's this week. I would think so, but I'm also
Yeah.
pretty sure. I'm also pretty sure he announced a rematch with the. Okay, I'm sorry, it's right here. First Class comes out to talk to the people of El Paso. Okay, this was weird, but I get it. They had to kill time to put the cage up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you had mentioned that to me, and I saw exactly what you were talking about. But my problem with it is, Jay, again, poor stage placement.
Yeah.
You got that table all laid out for the caviar and the champagne and stuff, but like, where is his news news desk? You know, like where he's sitting there conducting an interview, like he's actually going to sit
Even
down
if
and
he's like, and even if he's not, it's just like I don't know. It's kind of similar
just
to
have
the
it there. You
kind of
know.
similar to the main event where there's just not enough room.
And the
Like,
thing is, it could be used as a prop. I mean, it could have been used like he could have used it when Macklin come out that one time. He could have like hit him with something, or
yeah, totally. Yeah.
you know what I
I
mean?
don't know.
Like I don't know.
I mean,
I think they have no. I think creative has real. I mean, you're putting it in the category of Piper's Pit, and I'm like, nah,
yeah.
it doesn't even remotely have that vibe. I was
I was
hoping
yeah.
early on that it would.
I thought the first one was terrible. Totally hated everything about it.
Yeah,
You stuck up for it a little bit. Then the second one was a little better, but
yeah,
then I felt like this one had to be great. You know what I mean? If you this is
yeah,
the third one.
definitely.
This
If
was
they're
the
gonna go,
third one, and it fucking sucked. Well, I'm
and I,
sorry. I'm sorry. It
yeah,
didn't. It was
I
no. I'm
honestly,
sorry. Sucked is
I
too
don't,
much. It was just nothing. It felt like nothing. No
and I
one. No
don't
one.
think.
No one's gonna remember any of these things.
Honestly, I don't think we really. It needs a KC Navarro present every time either.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You know, what I
But
mean, I
he's
feel like they kind of interrupt each other often in a
yeah, because
lot
then
too.
it's like oh well, Casey needs a microphone for a second now, so yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of like a pod. It's kind of like a podcast when you don't. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Like you don't need to have two people there all the time, even though Casey is part of the thing and whatever.
yeah.
Looks weird, comes off weird, and
Or
I
just
think
have
he's
them
had.
just
I
sit there.
think I don't know. I feel like he's had. I feel like 3 chances is enough.
Yeah, yeah. I
Sorry,
definitely.
sorry, you failed, hamburger or whatever you call people, hamburger face or whatever you fucking.
I can't remember what he called you.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
and I'm not just saying this because he called me hamburger face. I got over. I quickly got over that once I realized he calls everyone that. But also, like, you can't be a heel and that's your. You can't be calling people lame shit like that. Like, come on.
I was kind of taking me back to the movie Toxic Adventure. The one character's name is Cigar Face.
Hamburger face. Okay, so then, um, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. Oh yeah. Okay, so 411 points out. I didn't catch this because I'm an idiot. Laredo and Octagon Jr. spoke Spanish, which is proper in El Paso. Okay, I didn't catch that. I'm like, how the hell did he know what he said? What they're saying?
Well, Laredo does speak a little bit of English. I think he's kind of like the savior of this part of the
Yeah, I was just
show.
surprised. I was just surprised, like Like the crowd
Yeah.
like was with the Spanish. And I'm like, how the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
such
there
an
was
American
definitely
idiot.
a
I'm
Spanish
such an
flavor.
American idiot. Did
There
they
was those.
transfer the show to Spain at the last minute? That's the kind of stupid shit that goes through my brain.
Yeah, and there was one point in the night when jeez, what's his name? Santana had did a frog splash in Eddie's honor too. So like, it kind of, and then I guess this
Oh yeah,
upcoming
yeah.
thing,
Oh yes.
where
Oh shit. We forgot to mention he came out in that car.
oh yeah, yeah.
I think we had a few really special, cool entrances. One of them I'm going to get to right now because it's hang on, what's his name? Cook at 4-1. Just I almost did a spit take talking about the main event. So we're at the main event, right? 10-man.
Yeah, yeah.
The steel cage. So this we talking about. Okay, so he says basically it's modern war games rules sped up with the first person coming after 2 minutes. What the hell's war games then?
I think that was like, wasn't that 2 rings?
5 minutes? Oh, yeah, maybe I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'll Google it after. Okay,
2
so
rings.
Eddie Edwards and Elijah are the first. But Elijah comes out on a horse singing a song.
Oh my God! When I saw that, I was like, "Please don't kill nobody in the crowd," because it was so. It
Again,
was already so.
you're right. Again, they don't have enough room for this shit.
It was so packed in there, Jay. I was afraid it might trample a fan or.
Well, yeah, maybe that's another thing. Maybe they didn't plan on having so many fucking fans at all these shows. There was like 3,500 fans here. It was
Oh yeah.
fucking. Look, I mean, sorry, we didn't
I
mention
mean,
that.
there was.
Probably should have mentioned that
There was
early. The crowd was fucking awesome.
I can't remember a time when I looked out in the crowd and I actually saw nosebleeds and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, it was been a while. Like,
And
there was
how
people.
how about the how about the sound? How about the crowd just fucking being so loud for pretty much everything?
Yeah, and then I
Chanting
don't.
and
Then somebody was on Asylum saying, "Well, there's a point in the night where the crowd just got dead." I was like, I don't know what you're watching.
no, they just look for the most fucking anything to cry
I
about or
think
be
they might have
miserable.
been spent. I mean, there was a lot of action that went on. There was 10 matches, a lot of high flying stuff
I
going
said
on,
there was
a
something
lot of
different for
stories.
everyone on. There was like something for everyone on the show. This was
Yeah,
I said somewhere. This is the kind of show I would show to a fan, that
yeah,
a lapsed fan, and say, hey, check out some of this. Maybe they'll end up watching TNA. Okay, so hang on. Eli is obviously first for his team because he's coming out on a horse singing a song. This is Cook from TNA. You can't pull off that kind of entrance in 1 minute. It's so true because it's
yeah.
every 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just kind of reminded me of those old commercials back in the 70s while Juan Valdez was going into the hills with his donkey.
Yeah,
He
but also,
collected beans and whatnot.
again, did you hear the crowd for him? Did you hear the crowd for him? Like literally singing
Yeah,
along. Like
yeah,
he is so fucking over this guy.
yeah, he is. I'm afraid at some point he's gonna clock Joe Henry with that
Yeah, totally.
guitar. I just get that vibe about him. I feel like they're
And then
two
I'm
acts
afraid it's
that are
gonna be
too
like,
similar.
I'm afraid they're too similar. Yeah, totally agree. Okay, this is weird. Well, not weird, but crazy. Uh, Matt hits the twist of fate, does another around JDC's neck. They get the win. Okay, now I guess this didn't mean anything because I was wondering why he just didn't why didn't Nick turn before this? Why did he let them
Yeah,
win? Because he doesn't give a
yeah,
fuck. I think that's
yeah,
why. So I'm watching with Robles and like he's like, all right, and like we're about to like hang up. They're like, no, wait. Like Ryan's got what did he have? Bowl cutters. So we see Ryan Nemeth with fucking a lock.
yeah. Handcuffs or something or some
Or
kind
like
of
whatever it was. He got into the
lock.
cage and then he locked the faces out of the cage. So it was Nick and whatever it was, Matt, or he hit Matt. Yeah,
And
here it is. Okay,
everybody's
Nick
like,
and Matt are the last two in the ring. Nick hits Danger Zone. Nick DDT's Matt on the chair. Thank you, 4-1 for this. Everyone else tries to get into the cage, but they can't because Ryan already locked it, and he's in the cage
yeah.
with Nick beating on Matt Hardy, which I thought was a little weird. Why
And then
not?
everybody,
Why,
and then,
why not? Why not Hendry?
oh, I don't know if it was they were playing it more up to the same scenario where Matt had said he didn't trust Ryan Nemeth as a partner
Bitch. You're right.
in
Yeah.
that match. Remember, I
Son of a
think they
bitch.
it's like, oh, the Hardys think they're better than the Nemeths.
Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Man.
Like they took
Yeah.
it like a family.
And now they're gonna feud with the Hardys. God damn.
Yeah,
They got some really good. I'm telling you, they got some. I don't know who's fucking writing this shit or doing
Yeah.
creative now, but it's someone totally different. I
Yeah.
guarantee it. We don't know who it is. There's
Yeah,
someone
there's
quiet
definitely
behind the
somebody been
scenes. You know what I
added to
mean?
the mix. Yeah.
Like even this turn, like everything about it, it just felt like fresh, like a cool way to do a fucking turn.
Yeah,
And I
so we're
mean,
gonna get a
like
Hardy's.
I feel like I knew it was coming, and I was still like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah.
And yeah,
Well,
so
I
yeah,
think
we're gonna
for
get the
everybody,
Hardys without
I think
spoiling anything.
I
I
think the
have
whole
spoilers
thing.
at Wrestle Voice if anyone's into that. I don't want to run them down again. Me and Robles did it yesterday.
But I think it threw everybody off, kind of like the time when Bully Ray, remember when he was gonna
Yeah,
end up with aces and eights, the way the cage stuff went down. I was wondering what was going on too. I mean, I always kind of thought Nick Nemeth was gonna turn. I didn't think it was gonna be yet though. I thought it would be like maybe
see, I
another
thought
pay-per-view or
I
another
always thought
live.
he was a heel.
Ah,
It's like I thought he was a heel this whole time. So like, they didn't need to be a
yeah,
turn. Like I never
yeah,
thought there needed to be a turn because like I was always like, this dude's a fucking heel. He's just pretending. Like, why wouldn't he like
yeah.
fight with fucking
I just
JBL or
didn't think
his
they'd have
friend,
any.
or why would you know what I
It
mean? Why
kind
would
of
he
felt.
allow his brother? I'm still not sure about
It
the whole brother thing, stealing his title.
Well, if you notice, Jay, like it felt like by the time it all went down, like it went right off the air. Like I was like, oh, you could have given him more, like 10 more minutes or something,
Yeah.
or stayed with on commentary for a little bit to see, kind of
Yeah.
make it end a little smoother.
Yeah, I mean, but it was like a, oh shit,
Yeah,
where did it go? Kind of like
yeah.
that.
This was a 17-minute match. It was the longest match of the pay-per-view.
Wow, that was longer. Usually you get like 25, 30-minute matches like this.
Yeah,
But yeah, listen, I really enjoyed it.
yeah,
411
I
guy
did
gave
too.
it a
I can't
7.
complain about it.
411 guy gave it a 7. I gave it like a 9 point something. I
Like
overshot.
somebody, like
I
somebody
overshot.
Like somebody had said on Asylum, it got my $10 well worth every penny.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, totally. I mean, I would say it was the best, my favorite pay per view since, I don't know. I got it
Maybe
terrible.
I think it might be one of my favorites since Genesis.
Yeah, probably something like that. I would have to look them up. But it was really good. They had, uh, God damn, how do I keep forgetting her name? My favorite goddamn Tessa, like, just came off like a fucking boss.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna quickly make her champion. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but we'll see. And it's like Santana, friggin' what's his name? Like he's still Ali. I feel like Ali pushed Santana up a little. You know what I mean? Even by
Oh yeah, definitely.
losing, like really good show. Crowd was great, and I think the only problem was that stupid cage.
Yeah, and then I guess the next
Also,
night.
I'm sorry, I just have to throw out there one more time the colognes.
Yeah.
Is anybody like? I don't know. What am I missing here? I don't get it.
Eddie in Orlando. Or Eddie in Orlando. It kind of sounds like an old 70s comedy team.
Yeah, it's just it's really weird. Whatever. I'm hoping the system turns on them. You know what I mean? Like you're the reason we lost. Get the
Oh
fuck
yeah.
out of here.
Yeah, you're not hoping. I could see somebody like JDC getting in their face. It's like you're interfering with our goal more than anything. And
Yeah.
like maybe Moose helping them take them out, or even maybe because you had said somebody had mentioned something about Brian Myers would be an option to leave the team and go on his own.
Yeah. Damn. Trying to come up with a headline. Busted Open and Fightful promote Creepy Scott. Yeah, that's gonna be way too long. Okay, we're gonna have to finish so I can get this headline. Um, anything else, Gary? Have you done any movies lately? You lazy bastard.
No, I did start watching Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon. Um,
Jesus, how many fucking shows do they have?
They got actually a third one too
Dixon. That's the name of it.
with Rick, who was actually the main star of The Walking Dead, the
Okay.
former police officer, and I can't remember the lady that he has a love interest with. I remember her name too well because it's kind of a confusing name. But
Cool.
there's
Someone let us know in the comments.
three shows, and I got through a season of that one, and I'm gonna start the second season. I don't know. I haven't had a lot of time to start that one, but check those out. Let us know what you think. I know this is a wrestling podcast, but Jay likes to keep informed up on horror industry and that kind of thing too. So
Yeah, we're like TNA. Also, check out Novocaine. And I guess that's it for us. We'll be back, as always, next week.
with a regular episode.
Yeah, regularly scheduled episode. And, okay, yeah. We'll talk to you later, and peace.
See you next week.